Guys, buckle up because Donald Trump's latest tariff tantrum isn't just bad policy. This is bad economics dressed up as tough leadership. This man who once bankrupted casinos now wants to bankrupt global trade. Here are my 8 quick thoughts on why Trump's so-called reciprocal tariffs are a total joke. Number 1, Trump's reciprocal tariffs are dumb mathematics made dumber. Trump's formula is to use trade deficit to divide imports and then get divided by 2. Sounds fancy? It's not. It's like dividing your mortgage by your shoe size and calling it sound finance. But why is it absurd? Because it ignores basic economics. A trade deficit is not inherently bad. It means Americans buy more than they sell. Americans get more for their dollars. But Trump treats it like a crime. I mean, if the US imports 100 billion from a country and exports 50 billion, the deficit is, of course, 50 billion. Divide that by imports and boom, you get 50%. Then halve it because Trump is feeling kind. Here's 25% tariff rate. But why? No economist would back this voodoo mathematics. Number 2, cherry-picking 2024 data is rigging the game. Trump's tariffs are based only on 2024 trade data, 2024, ignoring history like a bad axe. I mean, Saudi Arabia had a trade surplus with the US in 2024, but a deficit in 2023. Bolivia, the opposite. So depending on the year, you're either a trade criminal or a model partner. How convenient. If Trump used a 5-year average, tariffs on some countries would swing wildly. Equatorial Guinea's rate would jump from 13 to 30%, but hey, why use logic when you can just pick the year that suits your agenda? Number 3, the 10% minimum tariff, even against countries the US wins. Here's the kicker. Trump slaps a 10% tariff on countries that buy more from America than they sell. Now, America sells to the Aussies, for example, more than it buys, but Australia still get hit with 10% tariffs. Brazil, Chile, Britain, same story. But by Trump's very logic, these countries should be taxing the US goods, not the other way around. But no, this isn't about fairness. It isn't about logic. It is about bullying. Number 4, Trump ignores services where the US dominates. The US runs a $300 billion surplus in services trade with China alone. Hollywood, NBA, Silicon Valley, Wall Street, all untaxed largely. I mean, if the world followed Trump's logic, they'd slap tariffs on Netflix subscriptions, on Apple's App Store fees, on Disney movies, on JP Morgan's banking services. But no, Trump only punishes countries that make things America buys. The services blackout is exactly where Trump's hypocrisy shines. Number 5, the Rust Belt fantasy. Why tariffs won't bring jobs back. Trump's selling nostalgia. Make America manufacture again, right? Sounds fancy, but here's the reality. Automation kills more jobs than China ever did. Economists and historians like Yuval Noah Harari noted that robots, not tariffs, are the real killers of jobs. Even if tariffs force factories back, they'd still be staffed mostly by machines now. Remember Foxconn's Wisconsin plant? Promised 13,000 jobs, delivered 1,000. Oops. The Tax Foundation estimates that Trump's 2018 tariffs cost Americans 142,000 jobs. But sure, let's double down on the failure. Number 6, American consumers are the real victims. Now, who pays for Trump's tariffs? You. $1,700 per year per household in higher costs. That is according to Peterson Institute. Inflation will also be made worse. Tariffs on Chinese goods spiked prices on bikes 22%, right? Shoes 8%, electronics 10%. That is according to New York Fed. And stock market has been in turmoil. Trump's tariff announcement wiped out $500 billion market value in 1 week. Number 7, China's response has always been standing up to the bully. China's not backing down. They've been there before. Counter tariffs, check. Diversifying trade, check. Just look at China's strong trading relationship with the ASEAN, with Africa, and with the EU. Tax self-sufficiency, check. Huawei, SMIC, EVs, and DeepSeek, they're moving fast. Here's the history lesson. China stood up to British gunboats, Japanese imperialism, US embargoes. You think these tariffs scare them? Please. Number 8, Trump made America become this whimsical power where rules are for you, not for me. Between 2001 and 2016, US CEOs loved China's cheap labor. They loved it. Apple's profits soared while Foxconn workers assembled iPhones for $2 an hour. Western media called China a sweatshop, remember? But who pocketed these profits? Wall Street. Now fast forward to 2024, now that China makes EVs, solar panels, and chips, suddenly free trade is unfair. The truth is, America rewrites rules when it stops winning. Remember when the US preached comparative advantage? Now it is advantage me or I tariff you. So there you have it, Trump's tariff circus, bad mathematics, worse economics, and the global shakedown. The only thing reciprocal here is the pain, hurting Americans, alienating allies, and destabilizing trade, except for the wealthy elites cashing in on the chaos.